Good morning guys, I'm just out my morning walk, but this is a little video because somebody sent me a question and it was about how to live a life worth living and a life of purpose. Now, we're always looking for that elusive purpose thing, but it's really, most of the time it's in front of your face. What I want to actually say is that you're not in this world just for a good time. You're not here just to take what you can get out of it. It's not about fucking money, it's not about buying shit that you don't need. It's actually about giving the world back and leaving it in a better place than what you actually found it. Now, when you actually start to do that, you actually start to understand what life is actually all about. It's about doing good things in the world. It's about trying to help people where you can. And I've always said that I never really knew, up until maybe about 15 years ago, what my purpose actually was. I was always looking for that elusive purpose. And what it actually is when you actually look at it, I believe that through your pain becomes your purpose. And what I mean by that is, I suffered obviously from an eating disorder and I nearly lost my life from it. And the way I want to put this out to you guys, the pain that you suffer today is actually the thing that will probably help save somebody else's life, because through your story, that then saves your life, and your story and how you saved your life then saves another person's life, and it's like a domino effect. And what I'm trying to say here is that you need to do good in the world, guys, because the world's in a really bad place and you've got the chance to do good and you've got the chance to do bad. The power is in your hands. Like I say, it's not all about just living for the weekend and going out and get pissed and things like that and buying something that's going to give you that 15 minutes of feeling happiness, because the happiness doesn't come from the external, it actually comes from the internal. So you really need to work in yourself, and like I've always said, doing good for people is the biggest thing that you can actually bring you happiness, because it's an absolutely amazing feeling, and that's something that money will never bring you. Obviously, if you don't know, I actually suffered from a near-death experience, and you know that I'm a Christian. You've seen me posting quite a lot about that. And what actually happened was I woke up from a 3-month coma, and I actually thought I was in heaven because I seen clouds, because time had elapsed. So 3-month period from me having the heart attack and the coma to me waking up, I seen the nurse standing over me, and it was basically like my eyes were all misty. I said to the nurse, "Am I in heaven?" And she says, "No, you're in hospital." And she ran and got the nurses. And from that period, when I actually had the near-death experience, I always remember hearing my mum's voice, and my mum's voice coming towards me, and she says, "It's not your time yet, you've got a lot of damage to do there." Now, they words might seem a bit strange, a lot of damage to do there, but I knew exactly what my mum meant. And that really reinforced my lifelong belief that there's a life after this, and there is a creator, and it always has been. But I don't want to push my religion on anybody else, but when you actually start to live your life through God and what he would actually want you to do by doing good in the world, like I say, I don't give a shit about fucking money and crap like that. Couldn't give a crap. Like I say, people constantly live 5 days a week to their paycheck, get out, get pissed at the weekend, buying garbage they don't need, buying clothes they don't need to impress people that really don't give a shit about you. It's all about status. Like I say, it's not going to impress anybody. The really thing that impresses people is how good and goodness is in your heart. If you live a life like that, you'll live a life worth living, and you'll live a life that people will remember, because like I always say, people will always remember you by the memories that you actually imprinted on their heart. So the good things that you actually do, that will last on in eternity, and they'll always remember you in some way or other about how good a person you were. So if you live a life like that, you dedicate yourself to doing good in the world in any way you can. Like I say, the smallest gift of generosity to someone that's maybe struggling out there. Like I say, there's people lying in the streets without money, they haven't got a home, they don't have families, they don't have, you know what I mean? And we constantly moan over garbage, like we haven't got the money to buy this thing that we need, or garbage that we don't really actually need. Like, when you actually look at it, look at how blessed you actually have. You've got, if you have obviously still got your parents around, you're really, really lucky. Many of us don't. If you've got a house over your head, many of us don't. If you get food on the table, now that's richness. The real richness in life actually is the people that love you. Love can't buy anything, guys. So cherish the ones that you love. Remember and show them that every single day, how important they mean to you. I know sometimes they can bust their tits and things like that, but if you show them how much you love them, and you do that every single day, because time's never a given, you know what I mean? All we've got is today, we're never promised tomorrow, so make the most of it. Get out there and live your life, build communities, do good in the world, and you'll live a life worth living. Also as well, one thing I'll really say that will really improve that situation is by setting out your day. So writing everything down that you want to achieve in the day. See, when you actually wake up in the morning, don't go on social media, don't grab your phone and shit like that, because that first hour of the morning is the most important of the day, because that actually is the hour that sets you up for the rest of the day. So staying off of things, realising what you want to actually achieve in that day, because where energy goes, energy flows, and that, as cliched as it sounds, is absolutely true. So make sure that you do that. Have a great day, much love, and I'll speak to you all soon.